Hi, I'm sure you are having a great time out here. So, it's been a long day, so I'll try to keep my talk as short as possible, covering the important parts. This actually I'm discuss about a project which was undertaken by IDFC. IDFC is India's one of the biggest financial institution in terms of infrastructure financing, and implemented a small solar street lighting project in the remotest part of India, which is Meghalaya, from its own corporate social responsibility fund in a very sustainable manner. So this is something I want to discuss. As you can see, this Meghalaya, which is located in the far east and bordering Bangladesh, is a very small state, and this state is quite underdeveloped in terms of infrastructure. So in 2012, April 2012, the government out there requested IDFC to help them in developing sustainable renewable energy solution for 8 villages. So IDFC is a financial institution, and like me, I don't have any idea about technical thing. So took the help of University of Petroleum Energy Studies, and Saurabh was there. So he was appointed the team leader from UPS. So we along with UPS, so did a survey of these 8 villages. So during survey, we came across a very interesting village. It is called Moling Nong. Let me show. Sorry. I'm sure I'm having some problem. Okay. So Moling Nong, why interesting? Because the village community religiously like to keep their village clean. By cleanliness, it means when you enter the village, you will see dustbin everywhere. All are made of bamboos, there's dustbin, and they don't allow any plastics, bags or anything to come inside the village. So for this reason, Discovery magazine has declared this village as the cleanest village in Asia. But and also the village is blessed with some of the very scenic beauty, like Root Breeze Lake they have. Actually, you can Google it. So when we visited this village, so but then we realized that okay, the village is electrified, but there is some problem in that. But as the government has asked us to provide a sustainable solution, so we decided to go for a bottom-up approach instead of top-down. We thought of asking the community what they want instead of we suggesting, okay, this is something you should do. So we had a meeting with the community, and they told us that yes, we are getting a steady flow of tourists, but the tourists don't like to stay back after dark because the village is suffering from like very bad quality of power, like voltage is very low out there. Second, load shedding almost 4 to 5 hours every day. There is no illumination in the public places. And finally, as this village is located in the Indo-Bangladesh border, which is quite prone to high wind, and the transmission lines used to get snapped quite often, and it takes months to get restored. So which means for 1 month there won't be any electricity, no lighting. So that's the problem. So what we asked them, like what they want. So they told us that immediately they want a solution which can help them in illuminating the public places, at least at the earliest, without any disruption. So we deliberated on this and found that solar street lighting can be the best solution, as this can be implemented at the shortest possible time at the less cost. So we prepared the DPR and submitted to the government. So all this thing happened in September 2012. So 2013, end of 2013, I again got an opportunity to visit this village for some other reason. So there I came to know that there was no development from the government side. In spite of regular follow-up from the community, there was nothing done from the government side, and the community was quite frustrated. They told me that if you cannot provide us the light, then you shouldn't have promised us in the beginning. You have raised our expectation and you haven't delivered. So I really felt bad, and I took this thing to our management. So, and our management was kind enough, so they decided that why not to finance this project from our own corporate social responsibility fund, CSR fund. It's just a $13,000 project. It's nothing, it's a peanut for IDFC. We can finance it from CSR. But then the board of directors raised this question that government has been funding such type of projects for a long time. But what happens, like after a couple of years, those projects become junk. So then we discussed on this and found out that this is because there is a lack of maintenance. Why? There is no sense of ownership. So if you have to take up this project, the first thing we have to do is to instill the sense of ownership. So then we decided to so we decided to that we will finance this project and help them in implementation, provided the community agrees to all these conditions. One is a formation of village cooperative, where each household will have one member. This is a small village, only 90 households. So one member from each this in the cooperative. Second, 10% contribution of the project cost in terms of labor, land free of cost, a separate bank account where they religiously deposit $80 every month, which is nothing, so that after 5 years they have sufficient fund to replace their batteries and their any parts when the warranty would be over. Finally, to appoint 2% from the village who would be trained on operation and maintenance, and those this thing would be paid by the cooperative society as a remuneration. They would be paid a remuneration every month. This is what we discussed. So accordingly, they agreed for that, and but at the same time, we wanted the government to be also part of that, so that after we exit, at least there is somebody who can make sure that the conditions which they have agreed are met. So, so there was tripartite agreement was signed between IDFC, government of Meghalaya, and the community. And after that, a small project implementation committee was formed, where it has a representation from all the three parties and was responsible for from selection of the supplier or manufacturer till implementation. So, so this was done, and it was we went for the international competitive bidding, though it was a very small project. But we went for a competitive bidding so that in order to get a best solution. But what happened? This is a very small project and it's located at the remotest part. Just 2 minutes. So let me complete it. Sorry, out of excitement actually this thing. So what happened? Like it was a very small project, so the big companies were not interested. So by being an infrastructure financing company, we could actually pursue them, and they agreed finally, and 11 companies came, out of which the community, this IDFC didn't select it, this community selected Orb Energy because of the best config proposal they have submitted, like 50 watt peak, and second, the low AMC cost. And finally, this slide, which is self-explanatory. This is what has happened after 1 year we did the survey, and we found out this is what has happened in terms of economic value. This picture was sent to me a couple of months back when there was no electricity for almost 1 month in that village, and government of Meghalaya has documented this whole process as a successful case study, and they have published this. Post which now lot of companies like Lafarge, Ireda and all are taking up the same model and implementing it in 100 villages.